Oh, welcome back to Further Solutions Academy. Further Solutions Academy. Encourage us more to share our video. If you have not subscribed before, kindly subscribe now. It's very important. At this point, we have a lot of videos for you to watch, but currently we are working on a GRE material. We have WAHEC, we have JAM, we have some post-UTME from universities around Nigeria and beyond. But on this video, I'm working on a coordinate geometry, which is under GRE. I have some questions here, which we'll be solving it together, and you see how it's being solved. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Okay, now look at this problem. There are problems there that we're going to be solving together. Now, the first question says that you are having a line like this and a line like this. Now, when we are talking about coordinate geometry, don't forget everything you need to learn about coordinate geometry is already on this video on our channel. But don't forget that on this video we'll be talking about okay, I'm just solving question, but on coordinate we are talking about distance between 2 points, and we all know that distance between 2 points is always equals to my AB equals to root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. That is distance between 2 points. The next thing we'll be talking about midpoint. My midpoint, it means a line, the point that divides a particular line to two equal parts. It's always fine. It's equals to what? 1 all over 2 of x2 plus x1, comma, and 1 all over 2 y2 plus y1. That is the midpoint. And if another thing you need to learn about this, we have a division of a line, and you know that can happen. You need to understand what is called gradient or slope, or you can also call it gradient, or you can call it m, or you can call it dy, dx, or you can call it changing y all over changing what? Changing x. Now it always equals to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. That is also slope. Now we have what is called gradient form at a point. My gradient form at a point is always equals to m equals to y minus y1 all over x minus x1. That is gradient form at a point. Now, where one is called at 2 points, it means if it is 2 points, I have y minus y 1 2 divided by what? x1 equals to what? y1 all over x and x1. Now, that is if from this is at 1 point, at 1 point. Now, why this one are at 2 points? Now you have to understand those things. Another thing you need to understand, and when it comes to coordinate geometry, you must understand the equation of the line, which says that y equals to ms plus c. And we're told that this is m, which is known as gradient. Now, this is known as intercept. Intercept at what? At y. Now, x and y are called points. Are points or coordinates. Coordinates. Now, that is what you need to know there. Another thing you need to know is that there are some conditions. It depends on what you are looking for. If they are perpendicular, if two lines are perpendicular to themselves and parallel. If they are perpendicular, we have m equals to minus 1 m2 m1. Now this one is called perpendicular. Perpendicular. Now if the lines are perpendicular, another thing, if the two lines are parallel, if they are parallel, it will be m1 equals to what? m2. It means this is parallel. Parallel. Now if the lines are parallel, now there are many of them. There are a lot of questions and answers on our channel already. You can just scroll down, you see coordinate geometry. But at this point, I want to be I want to be showing some problems, from GRE. There are questions and answers that I will be showing on this, how it's being solved. Just follow us up. Now, these are just a summary of coordinate geometry. Don't forget that. There are more of them. I just try to break it, and in details you will see that on the channel already for you, just for you to come and learn. And look, share among your friends anyway. WAEC, GRE, all sorts of exams, the solutions and the materials are here already, according to their scheme of work. Now, I have questions to answer here. The first one, I have a problem like this, and I have another problem like this. This is Y, this is X. We have X and Y. We know that, and this is a line, and this is another line. Now, this line is called line L1, line L2. Now, okay, that is very good. You want to know slope of L1. Now, quantity A, which is what? The slope of what? L line L1, and the slope, quantity B, slope, the slope of line L2. Now, what I just need to do here is a very simple question. These are lines, and we know that our line is a linear line. We all know that it's always generated by what? Y equals to ms plus c. Don't forget that, this is a linear equation, and anything called linear equation, it always generates a straight line. Now, you want to know relationship between these two lines. If I were you, if I assume this is going to be 0, this could be 1, this could be minus 1. Now, this also could be 1. Okay, let me just put 1, and this could be minus 1. Now, let's try to do something. Now, if I want to do this one, now we have my what? X1, Y1. Please, your X must be considered first. When you have 3,5, don't forget that this is my X and this is my Y. Very, very important. It means very important. And this one will be what? X2, Y2. I'm just picking a point as my convenience. Also, this one will be what? S2, Y2. And this one will be X1, Y1. Now, since I have something like this, now slope of L1 will be equals to, I have Y2 minus Y1 all over S2 minus X1. Now, what is my X1? What is my Y? We'll be having minus 2 minus, and this will be what? My S will be 0 divided by what? This one will be what? I have minus 2 comma is 0, and this also will be okay, we are talking about minus 1. Let me use minus 1. Minus 1 comma 0. This also will be I'm making mistake, sorry. Y2 is what? Minus 1 minus is 0. And this also will be what? Minus that will be 0. My S is 0 minus 1. Now, definitely my slope of L1 will be equals to, which is grade of L1 will be equals to what? Minus 1. Now, the grade of L2, slope of L2 will be equals to, what is my slope of L2? At this point, I'll be having, this is also will be Y2 minus Y1 divided by X2 minus X1. Take note of that. Which I'll be having, what is my X2? I'll be having 2. Yes, I have 2. Okay, I'm using 1. 1 minus 0 Yes. I'm talking about x1 minus x, yes, minus 0, and I'll be having, this also will be, I'll be having 0 minus what? I'll be having 0 minus 1, which I'll be having 1. Now, the slope is always, the slope of these two, it means both of them, note, the L1 and L2 are what? Are negative. Negative graph or line. Negative line. Now, that is very correct. Now, what you just need to do is that this one is steeper. You know, we have to work on the steeper part of it. Since it's steeper, I think my L1 is greater than what? L2. That will be the conclusion. I just go and come along with the level of steeper of the how steep it is. Now, another question is, which is question number 2. Now, look at this particular question. You are asked to find, you're having this type of line, and the line comes this way. Now, which of the following could be the equation of the n, which is number 1? Which of the following could be the equation of the line n? This is line n. Now, this is line m. Now, we are looking for the one that is equation of the line m. What you just need to do is that, what are the equations? We have 6y plus 6x equals to 7, and 3y equals to minus 4 minus 3, and also I have 5y plus 10 equals to minus 4, and the last one I have y equals to 2 and x equals to minus 2. Now, it can never be these two. It's not possible, because it's a normal line that has m, which is gradient. It has intercept. What is the intercept? This is the intercept at y. Take note of that. And what I just need to do, don't forget that I'm working towards this direction. Y equals to mx plus c. That is what I'm working on. Since I'm working on that, I can now say that, look at this, compare this, all these equations together. Now, take note that this is my m will be definitely minus, negative. My m will definitely what? Negative. Take note of that. Now, since it's a negative, now I will now come here by having 6y equals to 6x plus 7. Now, y equals to what? Minus x plus 7 all over 6. Now, take note of this. This is a positive. Can you see? This is a positive. Now, you will now come here. It can never be this, never be this. This can never be, because in arrangement, I will be having y equals to minus 4x all over 5 minus 2. It means it can never be this. It can never be this. Can it be this? No. Can it be this? Now, it's answer. This is the answer. This is the answer. Can you see my m, which is my m, is negative? And my c, 7 all over what? 6. That is the answer to that. Now, I have another problem there, which is I have a lot of problems to solve anyway. Let's see how it will be properly solved, so that we'll be able to achieve what we need to achieve now. Okay. Now, look at this particular problem. I have this problem. You are asked to, okay, the question says that, another the same questions, I have something similar. I have this line like this, and I have something like this, and I have, don't forget, x and y is very important, and I have this, and then we're told that which of the following is most likely to be the equation of line L. We have y equals to 4x plus 4, y equals to x minus 6, y equals to 4 minus 4, and y equals to x plus 1 all over 2, and y equals to x minus 3. Now look at this. At this point, just notice that I just put this as 0, put this as 2, and I'm just assuming, I'm just using comfortable, convenient figure. I have this one as minus 2. Now, let me first know, I want to know the nature of the graph. Is it positive or negative? How will I do? I'll just go to my gradient, will be equals to y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. Now, this is my x1, y1, okay, let me just 1, 1, and 2, 2. Now, since I have that, we're told that 2 will be minusing is 0, and we're having 2 minus 0 divided by this also. What is my x? S2 is 1 minus what? 0. Now, which I will be having 1. Take note of this. This is a positive. It means, please, I have my reason of telling you this because you must to learn how to understand the nature of a graph. Now, this is a positive. Please, take note of that. Positive what? Graph. Positive linear graph. That is the title. Since it's a positive linear graph, it means the answer can never be what? It can never be this. The answer can never be that. Now, let's try to work on the intercept. Look at this particular region. The intercept, which is my C, will be minus, is negative. Negative. Why? Because the line join at what? Minus S axis. I mean Y axis. That is. Now, we will now move on. Okay, can it be this? It can never be this. Because this is a positive. Can it be this? It's likely to be this. Can it be this? It's likely to be this. It can never be this because it can never be this. It can never be this. Can it be this? It can never be this because now your answer is between this and this. Okay, now let's move on. What you just need to do now is that what will you do? If you find the intercept, you find the line will surely, the intercept will be 1 all over 2. The intercept will be what? 1 over 2. But you need to think of what can you do to determine your what? Your answer. It means I will be having, can it be 4, 4? No, it can never be 4, 4. This is the answer. This is the answer. Take note of that. It's not technical, it's not hard. I'm just trying to explain. This can never be, it can't be gradient of 4 and intercept at 4. The gradient and the intercept cannot be equal. Take note of that. Another problem is here. I have another problem here. I have this and I have this. This is line, x and y, and this is a line, which is, I call it line M. Now, if line M is a parallel to the what? Y axis, which you have seen how parallel it is, what could be the equation of the line M? Number 1, x equals to 2, x equals to minus 2, y equals to 2, y equals